A commie-jugglerian is what I actually found in the bill matter for my next guest. It's what you get when you combine a comedian with a juggler. It sounds confusing, but it's very, very funny, particularly when the comedian and the juggler are combined in the fellow you're about to meet. From San Francisco and all points east, including Broadway, Michael Davis.
Hello, I'm Michael Davis. Thank you. Thank you for that wonderful reception. In fact, of all my audience receptions, that was the most recent. I'd like to explain something before I start my act. There's an old saying in show business that a comic says funny things, but a comedian says things funny. This makes me a juggler. I have an unusual philosophy about the art of juggling. I don't think it's important how many. I found that it's not what you do, it's how you do it. The important thing is to have style. Now, when I was a youth, I didn't understand that philosophy, and I was constantly practicing with 2 balls in one hand. Until I was in danger of going blind. This is not a difficult trick, I can tell from your reaction. Truly professional juggler could do this and even look away. Glance around the theater. You look nice. Save it. I'll try to grab another ball. Watch as I place the 3rd ball into the pattern. This is the classic right-handed juggling pattern. It's very simple. If you're left-handed, it's exactly the same pattern. Just put your left hand over on this side. If your arms are on backwards. All different kinds of people can learn how to juggle. This would be the schizophrenic person, the masochistic person, the Irish juggler. Okay. I saw a juggler in San Francisco. Actually, I'm bisexual. Twice a year, I buy sex. I don't want to tease you by taking out the 2 extra balls, showing them and not using them. There we go. 5 balls up in the air at one time. Actually more than 5. The eyeballs. Makes a total of 8. But why bore you with my problems? Five-ball juggling. Hopefully followed by five-ball catching. That's the hard part. Catching the last one is the most difficult of all, already hampered as I will be by these other four. If I propose to catch that last ball using the back of my neck, the neck catch. Extremely dangerous and extremely dangerous and extremely dangerous. I could hurt myself simply for your amusement. Have a good time. A trick that requires absolute silence from the audience. It should be taken seriously.
You must have been doing this for a long time.
No, actually, I think it was about 4 minutes.
Seemed longer. Your skills have taken you from the circus to the White House. You just can't keep away from clowns. And I wondered whether, since you gave your show at the inauguration of President Reagan last January, if you'd managed to give the president any of your views, your political views.
Well, really only through my act.
Oh, yes.
I use that as a metaphor.
You could teach him to balance the books.
Hopefully. I wanted to give him a message on arms control, because who better to talk about arms control than a juggler? So I wanted to talk about the sophisticated weaponry that the United States is thinking of developing, and I'm really opposed to that, actually. I think we should get back to basic, simple weaponry.
By which you mean what?
Well, I think we should give everybody one of these.
I'll leave you to discuss that.
Well, you see, if you gave everybody one of these, they wouldn't feel so helpless in the world. But they must be pledged to only use these in self-defense, not to be the first one to use their weapon. Problem is, once everybody has one of these, they're going to want one of these. Obvious superiority, this has two heads. It's a very old axe. It once belonged to George Washington. Had to replace the handle and the head. Now, when everybody's running around with one of these and one of these, that's when I would want one of these. This is what you call proliferation. But our leaders have assured us that proliferation is not dangerous as long as these weapons are in competent hands. And won't endanger future generations. But we must always bear in mind how dangerous these weapons are to all forms of life on this planet. Razor sharp. Each and every object. Sorry if I offended anybody with senseless acts of violence. Now, what's the use of having weapons if you can't deploy them? So make sure that doesn't fly off again. I hate that. What I'd like to do is to place the axe on my foot, kick the axe high in the air, throw the knife, throw the cleaver, and run like hell. what I'd like to do. But you see, stopping is a problem. I wish I'd given more thought to that before I started. I know what you're thinking. If he's really good, the neck catch. See, once I have my weapons deployed, it's very easy to protect my front and my flank. I'll show you a trick I haven't quite perfected, juggling with my eyes closed. You see, actually, I can't look away for an instant. One slip, I could give a whole new meaning to the word disarmament. Disarm, go here, disarm, go there. You know, I wish I could get a break for just a minute, though. I wish I could just get a breather. I wish I could just freeze. But I don't want you to try that at home. If you'd like to learn to juggle, you can learn with simple, ordinary objects you may have in your own home. You may wonder, is it a real bowling ball? Is it actually affected by gravity? Or does the earth suck? You may wonder, is a bowling ball as dangerous as a knife? Razor sharp. Even more dangerous because you can't tell where the edge is. I shall attempt to combine this bowling ball with an egg, natural enemy of a bowling ball. The third object I have here, an apple. A bowling ball, an apple, and an egg. You can see the difficulty in combining these three objects because they're all such different colors. The trick being, during juggling, to take bites out of an apple and not a bowling ball. But first, Bob, I'd like you please to examine the apple for me. Look at it quickly.
Yes.
I'd like you to throw it back. I'll tell you when. Maybe you'd like to examine this bowling ball for me. Luckily, I have another apple. We'll try it again. Examine the apple. Wait. You must throw the apple at the right time because your throw becomes the first throw of the juggle. I have the second throw. Go ahead, make my day. Loft the apple in the air so I can catch it and begin to juggle. I'm ready when you are. Go ahead. There we are. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And now watch the apple.